A video by Black Unicorn Fanfictions. Kindly do not copy and read the disclaimer carefully. I came to a club with one of my co-worker. She went to talk to a stranger. I don't usually come to these kind of places, but today my mood was off, so I joined her. Now I am regretting it. Girls are swaying their peaches by holding the poles. Men are screaming and cheering for them. And I am sleepy. Suddenly someone whispered near my ear, making my goosebumps freeze. You are bored here? Let me take you somewhere I can make you the center of my attention all night. What are you doing here? If you are here, what can I do somewhere else? Get a life. My life is letting me have her. Cringe. She rolled her eyes and left. He is Kim Taehyung. He's pretending to love me, but I know his real intentions. My ex, Choi Jake, was a hacker. He stole money from Taehyung's account and wasted them in Ludo. Taehyung is a mafia and he decided to hit Jake's weakest spot. Jake never thought he could lose me. Taehyung started chasing me from that day. I broke up with Jake because he was quite ignorant towards me and always treated me as his second priority. First one was his girl best friend. But Taehyung isn't backing up. Currently, he's walking behind me, telling me many reasons to marry him. I won't even let you bore after sleeping. I sleep talks. You won't find anyone wealthier than me in the city. Ryan ignored him. He pulled her arm and pinned her on the tree. You should know better than to test me, Ryan. You are mine, and I will remind you if I have to. I didn't mean to scare you. You stepped on my shoes. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. I polished them this morning. I didn't mean to make them dirty. It doesn't matter what you mean. Just clean them. Taeyong asked his guards to turn around and sat down on one knee after cleaning her shoe with a tissue. He measured Ryan's ankle with his hand. What are you doing? I will gift you a diamond anklet as a wedding gift, but I won't invite you in my wedding. Either you will marry me or no one else. So if I will marry you, you will let me marry others also. Taeyong exhaled heavily. Ryan, your brain needs some rest. Let me drop you home. My brain is sleeping since the day I came on earth. I don't want to go home. Any problem? My father. I had an argument with him this morning and He nodded and wrapped his arm around my shoulder. And get lost. I pushed him away. Why is father-in-law annoying my wife? Stop being delusional after army. They never will. Us bro. No real thing can make me happy. Only being delusional can. Bye. Hope you will have nightmares like you screaming my name. Stop getting on my nerves. She left. Next day, I'm sitting in the living room and watching some random stuff on the TV. Then my father came and kept a plate of mangoes in front of me. He will never apologize for shouting on me. He always do these kind of things to make it up. Eat. I'm not hungry. Kids these days do not respect their parents at all. I am not a kid anymore. That's why I am asking you to get married. I will choose someone on my own. You chose Jake, that son of a no cursing, son of a hen, is in the jail for beep and stealing. I'll be careful this time. My friend's son is a very nice gentleman. I know him from long. Just meet him once. Not again, Dad. She started leaving. Dad held his chest. Ryan, okay, but if I won't like him, I won't force you. He smiled and forwarded the plate towards her. She shamelessly spread on the couch and started eating while watching news on the TV. Someone tripped over an electric scooter. Nation is in danger because of people like him. According to the sources, he was a bit drunk. But you look more high. Clenched his jaw and started cursing in 69 languages and changed the channel. Yoongi, marry me. They sadly pouted. My blind date isn't attending my calls. It's been an hour. I'm sitting here like fools. Flowers, flower, flower. I can't wait for him anymore. I'm done. As soon as I came outside, I saw a familiar face. He's talking on phone. Let me prank him. I stood in front of him with a poker face. I found out about it. He wasn't good for you. What? Don't worry. We didn't harm him. I just explained to him lovingly that Ryan is mine. I grabbed his collar. Are you insane? Yeah, I made him understood just like this. My father is gonna beep me. I will always protect you. Don't worry, that boy will take the blame on himself. And why is he gonna do that? Everyone is afraid of death. Thank you. Bye. Good night. Waiter. Yes, ma'am. He needs something. Ryan left. What can I give you? Some kachua chop, please. Ryan sat at her desk, tapping her pen nervously against the board, lost in her thoughts. It's been a week since she last saw Taehyung. A week with no calls, no texts, nothing. At first, she told herself she didn't care. After all, she had been ignoring his advances for months. But now, deep down, she was worried. Where had he gone? Why had he disappeared so suddenly? She needed to see him, just to be sure that he was okay. So, after a lot of internal debating, she decided to pass by his home on her way home. Just a glimpse, she told herself. When she reached his house, it was quiet, too quiet. There was no one outside. She stood by the gate, unsure whether to knock or leave. After hesitating for what like forever, she walked up to the door and was about to ring the bell, but someone opened the door. What are you doing here? I just came for a walk. You were about to run away after ringing the doorbell? So childish. Where did you hide your head, Taehyung? Come on, we met after a long time. Give me a hug. Why your head is wrapped in bandage? Just a small accident. And you broke your arm too? I'm feeling better after seeing you. Come inside. It took you 8 days to notice. I was gone, Ryan. And when you finally show up, you come empty handed. No flowers, no gifts for the injured man. I didn't know you were injured. Seems like you were worried about me. I just wanted to make sure you were okay. Feel free to jump on me now. Ryan got up. Get well soon. Maybe now you shouldn't pretend that you don't care about me. My English is weak. The only word I know well is bye. I understand body language. He opened his arm. I may hurt you. Pointed at the plaster of his hand. You can never hurt me. Ryan hugged him tightly. He hissed in pain. Feeling better? Taehyung faked a smile. A lot. Ryan laughed. I'm sorry. One more. Hugged again. Eva entered in the living room with a bowl of popcorn. Ew. What's the smell? Oh, lovebirds are Chi-Chi here. I will watch TV in guest room. Who was she? My niece. Adorable. We will have more cute. As you are feeling better now, I should leave. He sadly looked at her. Bye. I know that you don't want me to go so fast, so I will stay here for a bit more. He chuckled. I will ask the cook to prepare food for us. Taehyung forgot his thirst for revenge, losing himself in one thing he never expected, falling deeply in love with Ryan. Ryan looked into his eyes. I love you, but a bit less than Yoongi. My father said the same. Meanwhile, son of a nasty ox, how can you do this with this angel?